So I hope in the previous lab, whatever we had performed the experiment or the process, you have gone through that, and you have prepared your lab copy as well. Okay, and if you have not prepared till now, then please prepare the lab copy. And I have put the data, or I should say the PPT in ERP. Okay, you can take from there of the previous experiment. So today we shall perform another experiment virtually. Okay, and that is about fitting. Okay, so basically fitting is what? It is a process by which we fabricate something, we produce something using a material. Okay, so in today's experiment, we will make a gauge. Okay, a gauge using fitting tools. Okay, so gauge is what? Basically, it is a device which gives us whether a product is within the prescribed limit of dimensions or not. So basically, it is a measuring device. What happens in industry when we go for mass production? Suppose you are producing a shaft, okay, of 50 millimeter diameter. That is your requirement. Okay, but what happens? We have to provide some tolerance. Tolerance means what? There would be some upper limit and there would be some lower limit that is acceptable. Suppose our tolerance is 0.05 mm. That means what? Our required shape of required dimension of the shaft is 50 mm, but we can even accept 49.5 millimeter of shaft, as well as we can also accept 50.5 millimeter of shaft, because exactly manufacturing 50 mm shaft for all the values, I mean to say that if suppose we are producing 1000 shaft per day in a factory, then it is not always possible to maintain exact accuracy all the time. So we have to give some tolerance level. Okay, we have to provide some tolerance. It is engineering wise accepted, because for any machine or any human being, it is not possible to match exact dimension without any inaccuracy. Some inaccuracy will be always there, no matter whatever however advanced our tool is, but there would be some inaccuracy and we have to accept that. Okay, so therefore we have to measure. Suppose that diameter is whether is within the prescribed limit or not. That means what? It should not be lower than the lower dimension. Okay, lower tolerance, and it should not be greater than the higher tolerance. That means what? It should for 50 mm it should not be greater than 50.05 mm or 49.95 mm. Okay, suppose if our tolerance is 0.05 up and down. Okay, so we need to check that. So if we are going for mass production, suppose that means what? If we are producing huge quantity, then it is not possible to measure those things, those dimensions, by using a standard measuring tool such as vernier caliper or any other device, because it will take a lot of time. Okay, so that is why what do? We produce a gauge. Okay, and this gauge is, one is called, we produce two gauge. One is go gauge and another is no go gauge. Okay, so the upper dimension, suppose the upper limit of the tolerance, it should be go gauge, and the lower limit it should be no go gauge. That means what? Our product, our job, it should pass the go gauge and it should not pass the it should not pass the no go gauge. Okay, so if this condition is satisfied, then we will accept that our manufactured product is within the prescribed limit. Okay, so today we shall see how a gauge is manufactured in a workshop. It is a very easy one. Okay, and we will see the procedure, and then we will see the video also how this was manufactured in our workshop, in college workshop. Okay, as you are in home, so you just see carefully how it is manufactured, and if you get any chance in future, then you try to make in our workshop by your own. Okay, so now let's get started. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so this is our aim, but to make go gauge and no go gauge by given mild steel plate. Suppose we have a mild steel plate, okay, and by using this, we have to prepare a go gauge and no go gauge. The theory, just as I told, that is the same theory. Okay, it has to pass one test and it has to fail one test. That means what? Our product, our job should pass the go gauge and it should fail the no go gauge. Okay, now see, this is a suppose our job that is 30 diameter. Okay, and 1 millimeter is tolerance. Remember, tolerance is not given so that much in real. It should be 0.0 something. Okay, but for better understanding, I am just giving you an example. So our tolerance is 1 millimeter. That means what? We will accept the product which is of 31 millimeter diameter, as well as we will accept the product which is of 29 millimeter diameter. Clear? So we will produce two gauges. Okay. So the upper limit, that is 31 millimeter diameter, it should pass the go gauge. Okay. If a product is having 31 millimeter or less, okay, then it should pass the go gauge. But it should not be such less that it is even lesser to the 29 That means what? If the product is less than 29 then what will happen? It should not pass the no go gauge. Okay, so that is why if these two conditions are satisfied, then we can clearly tell that our product is within the prescribed limit of the dimension. Okay, and this is acceptable. And if any of the test is not found satisfactory, that means what? If it is not passing through go gauge and it is or either it is not passing through the go gauge, or it is passing through the no go gauge, then we will say that what? Our product is not in the prescribed limit of the dimension. Then that is the, we will consider that is the defective one. That should not be go to the market. Okay. So the tools which is required for producing, making go gauge and no go gauge is all the necessary tools of fitting shop, such as file, scriber, punch, hammer, hacksaw, chisel, emery papers, wet chalk, steel rule, okay, tri-square, vernier calipers, etc. See one thing, as this is gauge is measuring device, so we have to take utmost care to prepare this gauge, because we cannot compromise the dimension of the gauge. If our gauge is wrong, then ultimately what will happen? Our test would become invalid. No. So we have to take utmost care to prepare these gauges so that its dimension should be very accurate. Okay, because it is a measuring device. It will tell whether a device, whether a job is right or wrong. Okay, so we have to take the utmost care to prepare these gauges. Okay, now sequence would be what? We will take the workpiece, then we will file it, then we will mark, we will punch. You will understand while see the drawing and process just after a few minutes. Okay, and then we will remove the extra material, then we will file and finish. So this is the sequence of operation. Okay, now the procedure is what? First, given mild steel flat plate is checked for the given dimension. Okay. Then one edge of the given plate is filed to straightness with rough and smooth files and checked with tri-square. Okay. Then weight chalk is applied for marking. Okay. Then lines are marked according to the given figure. Okay. That the figure we would already have. Okay. Using the dot punch, punches are made along the marked lines. So you will understand why while seeing the video what is the actual process. Okay. Now punch the scribed lines with dot punch and hammer by keeping workpiece on the anvil. Cut the excess metal whenever necessary with hacksaw frame and blade. Dimensions are checked by using calipers. Any defect noticed are rectified by filing with smooth file. Okay, finally butts are removed by filing on the surface of the fitted job. So these are the procedure, standard procedure to make a gauge. Okay, result we will get a gauge. Okay, now precaution is what? The perpendicularity of the faces ends edge is checked perfectly. Okay, the tri-square which we use for checking the perpendicularity, that should be taken care very carefully. Okay, finishing is given by using only smooth files. Okay, we should not use wise as anvil. Okay, and dimension and tolerance, as I told, we are making gauge, so we cannot compromise on the dimension and tolerance, because this is the one which is used for measuring the job. Okay, so this is all the uh, precautions, result, or the procedure, the tools which we require to prepare a gauge. Now just focus on the video which I will share from here, so that you will understand the how the gauge is prepared. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now just focus on the video I am sharing. Okay, just wait for a second. I'll share the video. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Our job is making a go and no go gauge. What is the purpose of go gauge? Suppose this diameter is actually in given figure, that is diameter 30 mm. That is 30 mm. Our tolerance level will given plus minus 1 mm. That means it may be 31 mm or maybe 29 mm. So we have to make two gauge. One will be 31 mm, another will be 29 mm. If the gauge will go through this, that is the diameter, if the 31 mm gauge is going through the diameter, that is diameter is less than 31. And if 21 mm, 29 mm gauge is not going, that is diameter is more than 29. So we have to make a go gauge and no go gauge. Now we are taking this type of two plates which has the dimension of 50 mm by 50 mm. By this, by the help of scale, first we have to measure, that is 50 mm by 50 mm. Now we have to think about the straightness. If it is not straight or not right angle, then we have to measure the angle 90 degree. By this tri-square, we will check the straightness or 90 degree angle. Then we have to draw that. Draw the figure of the drawing on this plate. So then after the measurement of through tri-square, we have to file it the surface. To finish the surface or to make this smooth, remove the edges for scratching, we have to file the surface. Then we will put a chalk powder paste for seeing the proper dimensions. We will put a chalk paste or liquid chalk powder on it to see the dimension. After that, with the help of tri-square, this is a 90 degree angle, we will scribe a line and we have to go 15 mm this side. This is, we will go to make a no go gauge, that is 31 mm. We have to go 15.5 mm here and 15.5 mm. Suppose we are making 16 mm here and 15 mm here. Now with the help of this scale and the tri-square, we will inscribe a point 15 mm. This is 15 mm. Now this will be the 16 mm. You can put it here like this way. This will be the 16 mm. You see, this is exactly 16 mm. So the line will be the same. So this is our 31 mm. Now we'll make a group. Now, using different tools, we have to remove this material. Now, for the technical conveyance, we are going to show you the next part in another video.
Just wait, we are sharing another part, okay?
Good.
Now, this is anvil. We'll put the our job on this anvil, and by the using of punch, this is punch, it will used for marking some punch holes on the drawing. Suppose this is punch. You see the punch points or punch holes on the our required dimensional line. Now we have to remove this. First we will set it on the bench vise. Then by the help of hacksaw we will cut this place. Then we will remove this by chiseling.
Okay, just wait.
We will fit the job in the bench vise. Make it straight. That means this line will be horizontal. Line will be the parallel to the ground. And the line will be straight and the vertical to the ground. Now, with the help of hacksaw, we will cut this material. This is the most toughest thing in today's job. After see, now we have to finish by filing. Meantime, we are setting the vernier caliper in 31 mm. That means this dimension is 31 mm. We have to cross check the dimension, the 31 mm. Okay. Now we have to file the edges. At the time of filing, we have to check this dimension. Need more filing. A little bit filing is required. It is approximately 31 mm. Little bit of filing is required. Now the required diameter you see the 31 mm diameter is finished. Now we will file this surface. Now you see the gauge is vernier caliper is passing. That means the diameter is now exactly 31 mm. Now see, if this is 31 mm or less than 31 mm, it will pass through this. Now you see this is passing through. That means this diameter is either less than 31, not more than 31. The material is passing through this, so the diameter is less than 31. Okay. Now same way we will make another gauge which will be 29 mm. This. Now this is 31 mm. Another gauge we have to make, that is on 29 mm. This gauge will pass and that gauge will not pass. That is our main gauging factor. Okay.
So basically, I think you all have got the idea. Okay. So this 31 mm is what? This is our upper tolerance. Okay. If our job is passing through this, that means what? Our job's diameter is either 31 mm or less than 31 mm. But if we will make a no-go gauge, that should have 29 mm diameter. So that should not pass the no-go gauge. That means what? Our job would be in prescribed limit of 29 and 31, which is the both are acceptable. So our job is what? It is between 29 and 31. That is the lower limit and upper limit, and that is acceptable. Clear? Now, if you have any question, then you can ask me. If you have any question or at any point you have not understood, you can ask me. Simantik, clear?
Yes, sir.
Abhinash, Abhijit, Priya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Clear, sir. Clear.
So, Mohsen, you joined late. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thing is that using the fitting tools and method, we had prepared a gauge, and in the similar way, we can also produce a no-go gauge because the concept, the process is same. Just we have to change the dimension. Okay, so one should be 29, one should be 31. So it is a device, or it is a measuring device. We could say, which is used for measuring the dimensions, and it is used for the mass production. Okay, because in mass production we cannot go for vernier caliper all the time to check the dimensions, and that time simply we use the gauge and we check whether it is passing through go gauge or whether it is not passing through no go gauge. Okay, so in the same way we can produce a no go gauge as well. Yes. Okay, now our technical assistant, Mr. Somen Bhadurdi sir, want to say something. Please listen to him carefully.
स्टूडेंट गुड आफ्टरनून। एक चीज, ये जब गेज बनाएंगे, अभी तो हम लोग का प्रैक्टिकल है ये बोलकर स्ट्रेट लाइन स्ट्रेट गेजेस बनाए। ये गेज कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है एज पर ड्राइंग टिपिकल शेप है, मान लो एक पेंटागन, हेक्सागन, हेप्टागन या इरेगुलर सरफेस बाउंड्री, ऐसा भी हो सकता है ड्राइंग के हिसाब से। उसमें बार बार पेचीदा सिस्टम से नापी करेंगे, मेजरमेंट करेंगे, एक मेजरमेंट करने में आधा घंटा लग जाएगा, तो लाखों जॉब कैसे बनाएंगे। तो एक गो एंड नो गो गेज बना लेंगे, टिपिकल अनइवन एक बाउंड्री सरफेस मान लो। जैसे एक आलू, एक लो आलू का एक क्या है इरेगुलर शेप है, वो आलू को अगर आइडेंटिकल बना लो और एक होल जैसे मेटल प्लेट के अंदर में वो शेप ले, और वो आलू अगर बोलेगा ये मान लो लेज, ये तुम लोगों का पोटैटो चिप्स कंपनी बोल दिया इससे बड़ा आलू होगा तो खरीदेंगे, इससे छोटा नहीं खरीदेंगे। तो वो आलू जिस गेज से घुस जाएगा वो आलू ले लेगा। वो गेज एक जगह में फिट है, उसके ऊपर से आलू फेंक तो जाना, जो आलू पास हो गया नीचे गया, जो आलू पास नहीं हुआ वो बाहर चला गया। तो गेज भी पोटैटो चिप्स कंपनी बनाएगा। तो ये समझ में आया प्रैक्टिकल चीज। हेलो,
If you have any question or any query, then you can ask.
No, right, sir.
Cleared, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.